Good morning, traders. So let's start off by looking at the Aussie this morning. And yesterday was kind of a slow, boring day. And basically what we do have is we've got a weekly level here, which we're battling to get through. So which was actually the high of last week. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is you do have a range bar here. So a daily close above this range bar. Let's just get the right tool. The daily close above this range bar is going to bring 53,000 into play, which is essentially that next high. Okay, so that's where we are in the Aussie at the moment, and the weekly bar is actually looking pretty solid at the moment. So provided we close up above here today, then we should be set for further gains to hit this upside, and then who knows, probably the next level would be that Brooks gap over there. So let's get down to the daily and see what's happening here. As you can see, we battled to actually get any traction. We came up, we hit this level here, created a new high, and just for interest's sake, you'll see why I'm always looking at the inside bar. So this is a tail to the upside, but I look inside to see where the next inside bar is, and that was there. Okay, so if you look just further down, there's 1, 2, 3. So you knew that there was going to be some kind of action there, and if I just put all three of those in, you'll see what I mean. There, and then there. Okay, so it's the top of this bar, top of this bar, top of this bar. So that basically, we'll look at on the lower time frames, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, on the daily, we have the weekly level here. Let's double check what we've got there. So that was the last week's high. Okay, so we've got that as a level, but there is another level right pretty much in the same area, and that is this top of the cloud. Okay, so if you look there, you'll see that is the top of the cloud. This is the weekly high. So those are the current levels that we've got at the moment. So you can see how price closed on the top of the cloud yesterday. Right, so moving ahead. From an ichimoku perspective, what do we have here? So finally we have a Kijun-sen moving up towards Chikin-sen, which is a good sign. We have the cloud moving to the upside, still a bit flat at the bottom, but that should follow shortly. And we also have Chiku-span that has broken through price and is now flirting with a cloud. So hopefully today we push through here. Now, the 4 hour, you can see we are still trending up. Okay, for all intents and purposes, we are trending to the upside. And you can see where we closed, which was we closed with a nice engulfing green candle, which is also very positive. Ichimoku perspective, everything is positive at the moment, so everything is bullish. What we're looking for is an entry to continue long. So what we should be looking for is it to the 1 hour. Okay, so basically all that's happened here is we have ranged again. Okay, and it seems to be the common theme every day. So if you see, every day we range before the US opens, and then we range a bit more. Okay, so this is going to change pretty soon. You can see every single day this week has been range the whole day, and then move to the upside, which has made it very difficult to actually get some traction. So you've been scalping most of the time. So the break of these levels here, so this entire zone here, as soon as we break through here, we will get some traction for some continuation. And what will probably happen is this is going to happen, it'll sort of gap up on Monday and start running on Monday rather than today. So today we may just get some move to the top here, maybe a break. It really depends what they want to do today, but I suspect we will get pretty much more of the same action here, a bit more of some range bound action, and maybe a break towards the late in the day. But for now, this is the area of resistance. So what do we have here? So 10 cents is up another 1.5% at the moment. Futures are sitting at 151,740, and we closed around 650. Just double check on the lower time frame. So we closed 657. So basically 100 points from where we are at the moment. So nothing really major at this stage. So again, the same drill as yesterday. Wait for the gap close. So we're looking for this gap close here. Possibly even the bottom of the range before another move to the upside with a stop below the previous range. So it's quite a large stop, 400 points. So I think ideally what we're looking for is we should gap up, which will give us a range break, and we will find some resistance here. It'll come back and close this. Any bullish action in this area will be another area for a long. So if we can get something around there, I would assume, that gives us a 290 point stop loss, keeping the stop below the tail of this range, which is probably the safest bet. So that's my play today. Just wait for the gap close, see what happens at the gap close, and if we get any bullish action, then trade it to the upside. And your target here, your first target is really going to be only 150 points away. If this breaks, then you have higher targets, but let's just get those higher targets. So obviously the first one is going to be the range break. So that'll be the first target. Let's just get some other targets here. So that will be a target. You can see how there's a top, and there's a top, and there's a top there. And then obviously that tail will be a target, which is also a swing low here. So those are kind of my upside targets for today. We can measure it out. So from gap close, we should have the first target will be 200 points, and then the next target will be 400 points. So hopefully we get there. It would be nice, and that would also break the bigger range. So, and the bigger range I'm talking about is on the daily, is basically this whole area here. Sorry, not that whole area. We want that to break, but that's more long term. So let's look at the medium term, this little range here. So if this range breaks, then obviously we want to move this rectangle to the upside. And obviously we're looking at the top here. So there was a target we're aiming for today, but then long term we're looking for, medium term we're looking for the top of this area here. And then obviously we have quite a big gap here. So guys, that's the picture, and as a summary, we're looking for longs, and we're looking for longs from the gap close or anywhere, any price action within that range that was formed yesterday. I hope it helps, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.